أهلا بكم في معرض EduGate الدولي معرض EduGate الدولي في دورته 13. دلوقتي هنبدأ أول سبيتش معانا مع HTMI اللي هيتقدمها لنا مستر. So let's start our first speech with HTMI that will be presented by Nishan Chari.
Thank you so much for joining me for this presentation today. My name is Nishan Suri from HTMI Switzerland. And today I'll be talking about our campus. So here we have HTMI, where we are a top 20 ranked institute for hospitality and leisure management institutes. As you can see here on the slide itself, we are a UNESCO biosphere located destination, which is basically one of the most, I would say, beautiful locations in Switzerland, and we are one of the only institutes that is located in a UNESCO protected biosphere. UNESCO, if you may know, is an association with the United Nations. So this is something which is exactly what we would like to do, is replicate a hotel environment for students in a resort environment. So this is our campus property itself. As you can see, it is exactly like a hotel. On the ground floor, we have all the facilities that you would find in a 4-star hotel property, like the front desk, housekeeping, food and beverage establishments, fine dining areas, all of that. Also, we also have the events center here on the ground floor. From the first floor onwards, we have student accommodations. So it's exactly like a hotel. So we have replicated that environment, which allows students and our faculty members to deliver the most effective hospitality training in the world. We have multiple nationalities from around different parts of the globe, and our mission is to become a hospitality leader in hospitality management. And we are a top 20 ranked university in hospitality management institutes as per QS ranking. And all our employer reputation is also in the top 15 in the world. So our students get the preference for basically being employed for the future as well in the hospitality and tourism industry. And we're not only limited to only hospitality and tourism, but also events, culinary arts, and the business of hospitality. So how to run the hotel's business itself. I'm showing a small video again of HTMI, which will give you a better idea as to how we are on campus.
Welcome to HTMI, where we are more than a world-leading hospitality institute.
Where all the cultures from around the world unite to become the HTMI family.
Welcome to Sorenberg, where HTMI meets the great outdoors.
Where we deliver the perfect blend of professionalism and the elegant art of showmanship.
Where we will introduce you to Swiss, European and international culinary arts, as well as the wonderful world of baking and pastry. Best wishes and great dishes.
Hier lernt und versteht man die Muttersprache vom Anfänger bis zum Fortgeschrittenen in einem deutschsprachigen Schweizer Umfeld.
all your learnings will give you access to our global network of international hospitality employers.
Where one of the key pillars of learning is through our academic research center.
Here you will expand your knowledge on the exciting world of international tourism and destination marketing.
Where we immerse you into the wonderful world of practical events management. And as I always like to say, life at HTMI is an event. Live it, love it.
So as you could see in the presentation itself in the video, we do something which is live events which are led by students, and this is for the students. So this is a very unique opportunity for students who sign up for HTMI to get not only just a learning environment of theory, but also practical. So this helps you to not only just learn how to be in the hospitality industry, but understand the back of what the business of hospitality is about as well. We have several campuses all across the globe. Of course, we have the mother campus, which is based in Switzerland. This is what we're talking about today. But we have several other partners in different parts of the world as well, especially in the Middle East, as you can see on the map. We are located in a very unique destination, which is right in the center of the capital and one of the most commercial cities of Switzerland, which is called Lucerne. We're both about 1 hour away from the main city centers. And this gives a unique opportunity for the students to discover different parts of Switzerland through travels and to experience the, I would say, Swiss hospitality firsthand through the transportation system as well as on the campus itself. We have a very unique system which allows students, or rather encourages students to be a part of the hospitality industry right from the beginning. A lot of focus is on the presentation side of HTMI, which is in terms of how our assignments are based. They're not all just about writing essays or assignments, but rather for students to present their ideas to different nationalities of HTMI students itself in their different curriculums. And again, as you can see, we have Apple technology inculcated in our campus. So students in their first year upon their arrival, they would be getting an iPad free of charge, which is inclusive in the fee structure itself on the campus itself. Here are a few pictures of our campus where we have the fine dining area as well as our student dining area. We also have a coffee shop for the students, which is our own version of Starbucks at HTMI. And this is some of our training facilities at HTMI as well. Within the hospitality industry, of course, we expect students to have certain kind of leisure also to them. Because we're located in a ski resort, that's where Sorenberg is. This allows students to not only just experience which is available to them, which is the skis during the winter, snowboarding as well. During the summers, because as you saw in the video, everything turns green. So there's an outdoor tennis court available to the students. Of course, on campus, there is a swimming pool available to the students, a gym, as well as a spa area for students, a sauna area. Of course, we allow students to have certain activities which we have as a food and beverage training area, such as the bar, which allows students to be, again, on the weekends, utilize it as a training facility as well as a refreshment area. Through the different events that we do at HTMI, they are all in terms of demonstrating your own to the international crowd at HTMI, your own culture. So we are the only institute that does over 100 events per year on campus that are all led by students. So this allows different nationalities to showcase their culture through their food, through their attire, etc. And again, we are one of the institutes that gets different embassies from around the world to dine in our international gala event, which allows, again, the whole exposure for the students to be in the industry. Here's a small video about that exactly. Right. So looking at the video itself, as you saw, a lot of it is involving students, and the whole experience is very student-centric. We keep the whole learning process very student-centric. That allows you as students to develop not only just a career in hospitality as employees, but rather to develop a career long-term as an understanding of business projects. So every year, throughout year one of the students joining, all the way until year 4, students will be learning at different areas of how to run a restaurant, how to run a hotel, how to run an events company, to be able to generate a revenue out of it, and also to understand how it relates to hospitality, tourism, and events. We are, again, like I said, we are the first university in the first institute in Switzerland that has its degrees, dual award degrees, awarded from the University of Ulster. So while studying in Switzerland, you get the opportunity to get a degree from the UK, which is Ulster University. As for the master's, our degree is accredited from the University of Edinburgh Napier. Our recommendation from employers is 97%, as you can see, and our pass rate is 96%, and we ensure within the first 2 months of the student's graduation, we shall be placing students. We have a career center on campus, which allows students to be able to get placed within the first 2 months of their graduation. After the first 6 months of their graduation, 99% of our students are employed. Looking at our rankings, like I said, we're in the top 20 for hospitality and tourism, as well as for our reputation with the employers. We have a very good, robust network with which our students are placed, not only just for their internships, but also for their job opportunities. Within the first few months, as you may see, that the student profile within the graduates is mostly from the European areas, but also we have a very good area where students are growing within the Middle East, as you can see with the UAE. And many of our students are being placed within the front office as well as the food and beverage areas. But at the same time, we see a lot of generation that is happening from the sales and marketing team. So what we are looking at is not only for students to be placed in areas that are commonly known, such as housekeeping, front office, food and beverage, but we encourage students to be placed, which is in the back of office, back house areas. Again, looking at the employability rate, this all relates within the whole aspect of how good we are at our placements for our students. And we are the only Swiss hospitality institute within Switzerland that has its own chain of hotels. So this is our hotel property that is based in Xi'an in China. So all our student graduates are more than welcome to get a full-time placement opportunity in the Swiss Touches Hotel, which is a brand of HTMI Switzerland. Again, looking at our affiliations, we are with Ulster University for undergraduate. Master's program is with Edinburgh Napier University. And within our diploma programs that are all recognized within Switzerland from EduGate. Like I said, we are very centric in terms of our events. So all our students are participating in different events, which is within Switzerland and outside of Switzerland. Myself, I'm a graduate from HTMI, so of course it takes me great privilege to be participating and representing HTMI here today. Our very key focus also goes on research. So now we have that understanding that research is very key in terms of developing the hospitality and tourism industry. Therefore, it becomes very important for students to also have the resources available to them right from the first day itself upon their arrival. So we make sure that students, such as the international journal that we have and the contemporary issues journal that we have, is given access from day one of their arrival of our students in different levels of the education. Sorry, I have to skip the videos because I'm very limited on time. Also, a very key ingredient is within the hospitality industry, which is culinary. Chef Andreas Kurfer is seen here on the left side of the photograph here on the right. He is a world record holder, 2-time world record holder for the biggest cake in the world, as well as the biggest dessert buffet in the world. So it gives us great privilege for him to run this program in the culinary side of things at HTMI. Here are some of our creations from students, which is being created for the students and being demonstrated by the students in these international gala events that I was talking about. Looking at the business aspect of things, this is the program which is called Sorenberg Concepts, which is very unique to HTMI Switzerland itself, because this is the area where students get to understand how to run their own restaurants, how to run their own business of hotels, how to run their own business of culinary centers and event centers. So the whole idea is to provide that knowledge to the students right from our institute and have the different areas specifically dedicated to different functions of it directly taught to our students to understand how the hotel industry works, or rather how the hospitality and tourism industry works. A few of our programs in terms of how we are structured. Now, in each year, the first 6 months the students is going to study in Switzerland on campus, and the following 6 months the students will be placed within Switzerland for an internship opportunity for 6 months, which is going to be a paid internship. And during every month of that internship, students will be able to earn up to 2,000 Swiss francs per month, which is equivalent to about 2,000 US dollars per month. This is before deductions. So this allows, again, the students an opportunity to get a very good pay from the first day itself upon their arrival in Switzerland within the first 6 months when they're pursuing their internship. And that goes for a duration of 4 years. So the students will be able to study for 2 years and also be a part of the industry for another 2 years. So this gives students a hands-on experience of the industry where they will have that opportunity to study and earn in the same year. That also means that there's a very good return on investment for parents who are going to be settling for the students. Here's a few of our curriculum itself in terms of how we are structured. The first year is very much focused towards the operation of hospitality. Second year, it's more towards supervisory skills, which is more in terms of rooms division and marketing. Year 2 is where the students are more academically involved, and last year itself is very heavily academic. Our master's program for students who are graduating from HTMI with their undergraduate course, they will be able to then go into the final year of their master's course, which is the MSc. That's a word from Edinburgh Napier University. And the last year is very optional for students, where they will be able to pursue their dissertation. Also, we have a very specialized program for students who are interested in the culinary arts. So we have students programs, which is a diploma or a postgraduate diploma for students where they can go for 6 months of studies and then for, again, 6 months of internship, specifically for either baking and pastry or culinary arts, depending on where their interest is. Following to that, they can do a second year, which is going to be the bachelor's degree in culinary arts itself. And there is also an MBA in culinary arts available for students who are interested to develop themselves entrepreneurially within the culinary arts field. This is the fast track of the same course within the bachelor's course. Now, looking at our career center, what we do is we prepare our students from day one upon their arrival to basically be groomed for the hospitality industry. This gets them to be ready for the placement opportunities that are going to come their way. Plus, also, we prepare our students for how to prepare for the interview, what the interviewer expects for them, also how to write a motivational letter, how to write their CVs. All of that preparation is done from us to coach the students to get a successful placement opportunity within the place where they're most interested in. Looking at a few highlights of our monthly, I would say, expenses, what the students expect. So that's about 2,100 Swiss francs per month that the students will be earning during their internship. Savings a student can expect between 1,000 to 1,500 Swiss francs. This is equivalent to the same as the US dollar. And again, the living expenses wise, it's about 700 to 1,000 CHF per month. Again, it's a very robust structure. So within those 6 months, students per week will be allowed to work for 5 days and getting a 2 days off. Plus, within those 6 months, students will be entitled to 2 weeks of paid vacation during the same period. So it's very close to reality in terms of how students will be expected to be working in the industry once they actually start their careers in the hotels. A few of our examples as to where our students are placed. And all of them are top-ranking hotels within Switzerland. And they're either with Marriott hotels, intercontinental hotels, or private Swiss leading hotels of the world. Some of them may be very iconic as well, especially during the 2020 summits that show up. Just a few of our details as what our alumni do after graduating. So as you can see, one of our graduates is an assistant director for sales and marketing at the Marriott Courtyard in Singapore. So what we expect is for students to be able to implement what they have studied from us and be applying it within the industry. Just a few recaps for our university itself. Again, we are the #1 combination for our UK partners, which is Ulster University as well as Edinburgh Napier University. We're the only hotel school within the UNESCO Swiss biosphere. We're the largest hotel school, which is globally by enrollment. We're the only Swiss institute with a world-class champion chef. And again, all our students are employed by top employers within the industry, so we ensure the students get a good start to their careers. Of course, please feel free to visit our booth later today to understand the whole application process. My name is Nishan Suri again, and thank you so much for your attention, and look forward to see you soon. Thanks.